Hello friends, how are you all? Hope everything's okay with you. Love you, Ashraf here. So for today's video, I would like to share with you guys the one that I read, the amazing article about the 14 8,000ers and the dispute over who really climbed them. Hope you like it, my friends. See ya! The 14 highest peaks on Earth. There are only 14 mountains in the world that are more than 8,000 meters above sea level. Hence the name 8,000er. These are the 14 highest peaks on Earth, natural wonders, and the object of desire for countless mountaineers throughout history. They are all located on the Asian continent and are also concentrated in two mountain ranges, the Himalayas, the highest mountain range on Earth, which stretches across borders through countries such as Bhutan, Nepal, China, Burma, India, and Pakistan, and the Karakoram, which is on the border between Pakistan, India, and China. A challenge that very few can master. Climbing these 14 monsters of nature is a challenge that only a few can master. In fact, only 44 climbers from all over the world successfully made it to date. Many others died trying. Reinhold Messner, the first to climb all the peaks. The first mountaineer to climb all 14 8,000ers was Italian Reinhold Messner, who took 16 years to do it, from 1970 to 1986, without oxygen tanks. Spanish mountaineer Idurne Pasban is the first woman to climb all 14 peaks. She did it in 9 years, between 2001 and 2010, taking the honor from South Korean Oh Eun-sun, who had previously done it irregularly. However, the Austrian Gerland Kattenbrunner was the first to do this without oxygen in 2011. Nirmal Purja did it in record time. Among these outstanding mountaineers, there are some who surpass anything imaginable, like Nepalese Nirmal Purja, who set the record for the shortest time for this feat, climbing the 14 peaks in just 6 months and 6 days in 2019. The controversy surrounding Purja's record. A record that is disputed and that many say Purja only really achieved 2 years later, in 2021, when for the second time, or rather for the first time, he climbed one of the peaks that belong to these 8,000ers belong. In July 2022, the controversy was started by a renowned expert in mountaineering statistics, the German Eberhard Jorgalski, who claimed through his website that only 3 people have actually reached the tops of the 14 mountains: Edmund Wister, Vega Gustafsson, and Nirmal Purja. What are the reasons for this theory? According to Jorgalski, there are several mountains in the selected group where most climbers did not reach the actual summit but stayed a few meters away, which he, together with topography experts and with the help of the German Aerospace Center, analyzed. But far from records and controversy, let's take a look at these 14 impressive mountains that are over 8,000 meters high. Many of them are quite well known, others not so much. Let's take a tour of the heights. Mount Everest. At 8,846 meters in the Himalayas between the borders of Nepal and Tibet in China, it is the highest mountain on Earth and owes its name to British Colonel and surveyor George Everest, 1790 to 1866, who was responsible for the topography of India from 1830 to 1843. Its peak was first reached in 1953 by Edmund Hillary and Tenzin Norgay. K2. The second highest peak in the world at 8,611 meters, belongs to the Karakoram Mountains and lies between Pakistan and China. However, it is considered more challenging to climb than Everest, and its name comes from a note on a topographical survey taken of it. Italians Lino Lacidelli and Achille Compagnoni were the first to climb in it in 1954. Kanchenjunga. It belongs to the Himalayas and with a height of 8,586 meters, is the highest mountain in India and the second highest in Nepal. Its name translates to the five treasures of snow, as it has five peaks for over 8,450 meters. Britons George Band and Joe Brown were the first to reach the summit in 1955. Lhotse. It is also in the Himalayas, very close to Everest and connected to it by the South Col. It has 8,516 meters of altitude and also lies between the borders of Nepal and Tibet in China. It is one of the 8,000ers with the lowest accident rate and was first climbed in 1956 by the Swiss Ernst Reis and Fritz Lachsinger. Makalu. It is located in Mahalangir region of the Himalayas, 19 kilometers southeast of Mount Everest on the China-Nepal border. Its name comes from Sanskrit, which means Black Mountain, and it has an altitude of 8,463 meters. Its first ascent was recorded in 1955 with Frenchmen Jean Couzet and Lionel Terray as protagonists. Choyu. It lies at an altitude of 8,201 meters in the Himalayas, just 20 kilometers from Everest. Its name means turquoise goddess in Tibetan, and it lies between Nepal and Tibet. Austrians Herbert Tichy and Sepp Joschler and Sherpa Pasangtawa Lama climbed it for the first time in 1954. Dhaulagiri. It was penultimate of the 14 8,000ers crowned in 1960 by Kurt Demberger, Peter Daner, Ernst Forer, Albin Schelbert, Nawang Dorje, and Nima Dorje. It has an elevation of 8,167 meters and is located in Nepal. Its name, which comes from Sanskrit, is a mixture of mountain and iridescent, white and beautiful. Manaslu. It is located in the Gandaki region of Nepal and has an elevation of 8,163 meters. Its name means Mountain of Spirits in Sanskrit, and it was first climbed in 1956 by two Japanese expedition teams, Toshio Imanishilas and Yeltsin Norbu, and Minoru Higeta and Kichiro Kato. He is also the first 8,000er to be climbed by women in 1974. Naoko Nagaseko, Masako Uchida, and Mieko Mori, also from Japan. Nanga Parbat. It has an altitude of 8,125 meters and is located in Pakistan in the Karakoram Mountains. Its name derives from the fact that it's a very isolated mountain, separate from the others. Its summit was reached for the first time in 1953 by the Austrian Hermann Ball in solo ascent. Annapurna. Although not among the highest 8,000ers, it is one of the most famous and, according to experts, one of the most difficult to climb along with K2 and Nanga Parbat. It is 8,091 meters high and it is located in Nepal. Annapurna means goddess of the harvest or goddess of plenty in Sanskrit. Frenchman Maurice Herzog, who lost all 20 fingers and toes in the process, and Louis Lachenal were the first to defeat it in 1950. Gasherbrum, also known as Hidden Peak and occasionally as K5 or Moravi. It has an elevation of 8,068 meters and lies between the borders of Pakistan and China. Its summit was first reached in 1958 by the Americans Peter Schoening and Andrew Kaufman. Broad Peak, 8,047 meters high, and it's located in Pakistan in the Karakoram Mountains. It has a subsidiary peak, Broad Peak Central, at 8,016 meters, which was first climbed by a Polish expedition in 1975. The main summit was reached in 1957 by the Austrians Kurt Demberger, Hermann Boll, Markus Schumacher, and F. Wintersteller. Gasherbrum II, also located in the Karakoram between the borders of Pakistan and China. It reaches an elevation of 8,035 meters and was originally known as K4. In 1956, the Austrians F. Moravec, J. Large, and H. Willenpart climbed its summit for the first time. Shisha Pangma. The final mountain of the select group of 8,000ers has a height of 8,027 meters and is the only one found entirely in Tibet, in the Himalayas. Its name means ridge on the grass plain in Tibetan because of its lack of large mountains around it. A Chinese military expedition of 10 men was the first to reach the summit in 1964. So that's it for today, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for your support. Hope you like our video for today. The 14 8,000ers under dispute over who really climbed them. Thank you all so much for watching, my friends. If you're new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified whenever we post our new videos. Bye for now, my friends. See ya!